Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders.
The Marshalltown Bobcat boys basketball team enters the second half of the season in the new year, tipping off non-conference action next, right here on KFJB-TV. And into the front court with 5 seconds. Finds Jacob Hayes for the three. Yeah! At the buzzer it goes! Flips it underhand to Kyle Smith. Wide open splash. Knocks it down near side. Here goes Hayes down the right side of the paint. Count the bucket. Yeah. Down to Gersman. Down the key as he had nothing going. Gersman inside. Scores the bucket. Over to Kyle Smith. Stumbling away. Did gather it in. He now drives to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper. Oh, no. Boom. Wow. What a start. On George Funk Court inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Brandon Luce with you today. Thanks so much for our KFJB-TV crew on location today. Jeff Brooks back at the radio studios. Keith Stewart, Elijah Bond on camera, and David Braga, our on-site producer. Well, the Bobcats 5-2 heading into the 2026 portion of their schedule, coming off a 20-point victory against Fort Dodge to close out 2025. They welcome in for the first time ever. They'll take on the Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets coming in. They stand at a mark of 1-6 on the season so far. Bobcats might be getting back a healthy Jamison Niehaus. That'll be welcomed along with their bench and their young players who've led them to a very good start. They bring in a top 5 defense. They'll see if they can slow down the good perimeter shooting of the Yellow Jackets here this afternoon. When we come back, we'll have our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening on News Talk 1230 AM 93.9 FM and watching right here on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Like any good neighbor, sometimes you move. Here at Tyler Pashong State Farm, we have moved to our new office location at 2110 South Center Street here in Marshalltown. I'm Tyler Pashong. I'm so proud of my team and what we have helped build, but we couldn't have done it without you. We are passionate about what we do and care about the community we serve. I invite you to our new location and see how we can make a positive impact in your life.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, AdlandEngraving.com, Assured Partners, Power through Partnership, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, and Brown Shoe Fit, with you every step.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off. It is the Bobcats and the Yellow Jackets coming up in just a little bit here tonight. We welcome in head coach Mike Apple. Coach, in the new year, you start off with a fresh slate. Sometimes we see teams take that little bit of a step. They use that practice time to be able to do a little bit of growth in the couple of weeks period. What did you see out of your team coming off of that win to round out the front half of the season, and how they've kind of put in some work here in the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, just the consistency. They want to do it on a day-to-day basis. We took a few days off there for Christmas, obviously, so just coming back and bouncing back from that is a challenge sometimes for any team, when you take some time off. But they've responded really well. I thought our yesterday's practice was the best we've had so far, so that's a good sign.
A 20-point win against Fort Dodge to close out the front half of the season. You look back to that game, a little bit of adversity, but your team really rose to the occasion. You without your starting point guard and Drake Gersma, but Gavin Mishek came in and really lit it up. And not only did he light it up, but he was efficient. He shot almost 70% from the floor. He went 3 of 5 from three-point land en route to 21 points in the game. Coming out party, to say the least, for the sophomore. But how do you feel like that kind of propels him and helps, even when Jamison Niehaus comes back, kind of your rotation?
Well, it helps a lot. It obviously gives us a guy off the bench that can create some spark and can score it in a lot of different ways. He's a very quick, athletic kid that can get to his spots, and that's good for us to have some of those scoring opportunities, and especially when we struggle at times to score it.
This year Kyle Smith only 2 points in that game against Fort Dodge, but you mentioned that's the tape you would want him to send out to colleges, just for the simple fact of unselfish, still didn't hang his head when a shot didn't go, or even if he didn't have a shot, he was still putting in the work on the defensive side of things. But that could be said about a lot of guys. I've seen Damian Segovia, the freshman. I don't think he's put up a real bad shot all season long. Gavin Mishek comes in, lights it up. Lars Schoenfelder knows his role. I mean, guys just seem the most bought in that I've seen from a Marshalltown basketball program, since I've been here. What's your thoughts on that?
I think you're spot on there. I think it's just more so guys really understanding their roles and what we need them to do to have success and for our team to win. And they've really, they've really embellished that and understand that, Lars is okay if he shoots it 1 or 2 times a game. He wants to play varsity basketball, and he wants to help us win. Those are just things you got to have on a team. Everyone's got to understand what we need them to do to be successful.
You head into today with 5-2 record, and you get going here. The month of January is always a very grueling schedule. You open up here today with Council Bluffs Jefferson, then next week Waterloo East. You'll see them twice in January, and also Ames next Thursday night. So how important is today to get off on the right foot to kind of set up the rest of January?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, we want to get back to it here and on the right note. And it might not always be perfect, obviously, being the first bang back. Both teams are going to make mistakes, but what we can't do is not play hard. We got to be consistent with that, be consistent on the defensive end, no breakdowns, solid, control what we can and play hard and go from there.
Number 1 for the Yellow Jackets, junior Gat Kuoth, averaging 20 points per game. Guy can shoot it from anywhere on the floor, and also he can slam it. He can block a shot. He's their do-it-all man. What do you see on tape that makes him so explosive?
Well, he's long. He's long, and his ability, his range to shoot it. I mean, he'll shoot it, 10 feet outside the 3 sometimes. So you got to be ready. You got to be prepared. He can bounce it a little bit. He's athletic enough to take it off the dribble too. So collectively, we got to have a team effort when he has the ball, and when we have our guy guarding him, we need to make sure we do a good job of making it hard for him to get the ball in certain spots.
Yeah, they don't rebound the ball well. Their defense, I've seen kind of the teams break them down a little bit on the defensive end, but this is a team much like offensively that I think of Des Moines Lincoln a little bit. You do not want them to get hot from the perimeter.
No, we don't. No, we want to make sure we can control that. They're a team that's going to really drive it. They have 5 guys there at the time that have an ability to drive the basketball, similar to like Lincoln or Hoover would be a good example of that. So we got to be ready at all times to guard the drive, play with our feet, be in the right spots and contest shots and rebound.
Yeah, because it seems like they're pretty good at the free throw line, just over 70% there too, and limiting that. How do you, on the defensive end, how do you limit them getting the line? Because you know they're going to push the issue inside. We've
done a pretty good job of that this season, really, of just not fouling guys, playing solid, playing with our hands up, beating them to the spots, blocking out, most importantly, so they're not getting second chance points around that rim where you can foul them easy, and then, just stay with that.
Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. Coming up, it is the Yellow Jackets and the Bobcats. We check out the starting five when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Anytime is a great time to treat yourself at Dairy Queen. From legendary blizzards and cakes to juicy burgers and crispy fries. Whatever you're craving, we've got you covered. Both Marshalltown locations have all your lunch and dinner favorites to keep you smiling and coming back for more. Right now, try the sauced and tossed sweet chili chicken strip basket, frosted sugar cookie blizzard, or the holiday nog shake. Don't wait. Swing by either Marshalltown location or get Dairy Queen delivered today.
Today's starting lineups are all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. First off, for the Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets, 1-6 on the season out of the Missouri River Conference, behind fifth-year head coach Donnie Johnson. Raymond Ware and Junior Gathuok are out of the lineup here tonight. There's the number 1 and 2 guys in the lineup. Ware averaging 15. Junior Gathuoff is averaging 20 points per game, both out here today. So the lineup looks like this. It'll be number 2, Braxton Parks, averaging 5.6 points per game, a 5'9" sophomore guard. Number 4, Garrett Knoll. No points so far this year. A 6-foot senior forward will get the start. Dominic Grant is a 6-foot sophomore forward, averaging 3.4 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. Number 10, Jaden Fuji will get the start. 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for the 5'11 senior guard. And Damari Robinson, averaging 8 points per game. Number 14 will get the start, a 5'11 senior guard. For the Marshalltown Bobcats this afternoon, 5-2 out of the Iowa Alliance North. They're 2-0 in conference play, coming off a 53-33 win against Fort Dodge on the 19th of December. Back at the starting lineup tonight, number 3, Drake Gersma, the point guard, averaging 3.5 assists per game to go along with 8.2 points per game for the 6'2 junior. Number 10, Kyle Smith, a 6'3 senior, averaging 12.7 points per game and 11 rebounds per game, a 79% free throw shooter. The freshman, number 24, Damian Segovia, a guard, will get the start tonight, 7 points per game on the season. Number 30, Jacob Hayes, the senior, putting it all together at 6'2 and a guard, 13 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. And number 32, Lars Schoenfelder, will round out the lineup. The 6-foot freshman forward will get the start. That is our starting lineup, so all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Tip-off between the Yellow Jackets and the Bobcats when we come back on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
The following is a presentation of Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis with you on a Friday night. Friday afternoon, I guess I should say, inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. Let's get to today's keys to the game, all powered by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Well, for the Bobcats, it's all New Year's. Happy 2026, and the best maybe yet to come, question mark. Jamison Niehaus could see a little bit of action here tonight. He's been out with a knee scope injury, and the 6'1 junior could get back into the lineup. Averaged 3 points per game and 3 rebounds per game a year ago. Meanwhile, troubles and New Year's resolutions, the biggest thing is, much like your troubles, you want to get rid of those before your New Year's resolutions. A lot of people don't hold on to those for very long. And the big trouble this year for the Yellow Jackets is we are underway, only averaging just shy of 15 rebounds per game, turning it over at 14 a game, and just 7 assists. That is our keys to the game, all presented by First Rate Real Estate. We are underway inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, and a foul inside as the Bobcats controlling the opening possession off of the tip. And Jacob Hayes will be fouled, and he's going to head to the line to begin the game as we are just 8 seconds into our contest. As the Yellow Jackets 1-6, 0-5 in the Missouri River, coming off of a loss on December 19th to Council Bluffs Lincoln, 88-31. As we take a look at the last play, there's a beautiful cut by Jacob Hayes down to the right block, went up with it, missed it, but did make the first free throw. Second one to come for Jacob Hayes. The senior will rattle in the second one. He goes 2 for 2 at the line, and so far on the season, he's been pretty good, 12 of 18 to begin the year at the free throw stripe. Yellow Jackets in their more orange look here today. Orange tops and bottoms. Bobcats in their home white tops and bottoms here with the blue numbers. Council Bluffs Jefferson in the front courts. They'll drive into the paint, a kick out to the left wing, back to the top of the key. 3 from straight on, and it's good by Damari Robinson. His first bucket of the evening. He shoots it at 35% from behind the arc, and it's 3-2. Yellow Jackets with the lead on the Bobcats. Kyle Smith up high. Over to Damian Segovia, who feeds to Gersma. Now they'll rotate it back near side wing. 3 will answer for Kyle Smith, number 2 last year, and all of 4A and 3-point shooting, and he lights it up right there from the left wing as he was hoping to go against the number 1 man in 4A last year at 3-point shooting for Council Bluffs Jefferson and Junior Gatkuoth, but he is out here tonight, averaging 20 points per game out of lineup for the Yellow Jackets. Bobcats in the front court, dump it into Kyle Smith. Baseline jumper, right side from about 12 foot out is no good. And a rebound by the Yellow Jackets in transition up to the right wing to Damari Robinson, and a foul inside as he drives down to the right block. And the foul will come on Drake Gersma, his first of the afternoon. So 5-3 Bobcats after the Kyle Smith made 3. Junior Gatkuoth, as we were mentioning, out of lineup. He has 9 threes attempted per game. That's number 2 in 4A. Also, he makes just about almost 6 free throws per game, which is 4th in 4A. A jumper inside is no good, but an offensive rebound and a putback by Damari Robinson as he was at the left high post extended and took a jumper, hit the deck, and a foul will come in as it will be a push on the Bobcats. Lars Schoenfelder, his first foul of the night, second team foul here in the opening quarter, and it sends Damari Robinson to the free throw line. A 60% free throw shooter on the season, and the first one is up and good. So Robinson with all 4 points here in this opening quarter for the Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets. 5-4 our score now after the made free throw. 6:03 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Second free throw for Robinson on the way. And this one is good as well. So all 5 for Damari Robinson for the Yellow Jackets, and we're tied at 5. 6 minutes to go, opening quarter. Gersma up the far side. Hesitates, drives down to the right block, and a push is going to be called on the Jayhawks. And the man defending him was Braxton Parks, and he'll pick up his first foul of the night. First team foul for the Yellow Jackets. Kyle Smith, baseline right side, inbounds over to the right wing to Gersma. Off a screen, Kyle Smith, nothing there at the top of the key. Swings it left wing. Gavin Mishek has checked in. 21 points against Fort Dodge in the Bobcats' last game, a coming-out party for the sophomore. Gersma crossover, drives to the paint, hangs, scoop, and scores. No good off the right side. Rebound brought in by Grant. Jefferson will push the issue, but they lose the basketball at the top of the key. Mishek with the turnover, feeds it late to Schoenfelder, puts it on the block, gets underneath the hoop, has to kick it out. Hayes now to Kyle Smith, extra pass, three, boom! Far side corner knocks it down. 6 for Kyle Smith, 8-5 Cats. 5:14 counting, first quarter. Parks brings it over the timeline. Dribbles to the right wing, hands it off high to Garrett Knoll. Knoll gets it back to the top of the key to Grant. He drives to the right wing, picks up his dribble. Shut down by Jacob Hayes. Looking to get rid of the basketball. Almost a 5-second call with closely guarded, but did get the ball away. Now Kyle Smith pokes away a loose basketball. Yellow Jackets get it back. A drive to the free throw line. Jumper by Fuji's off the mark left side. Rebound Bobcats. Here comes Gersma over the 10-second line into the front court. Drives to the left wing. Gives it to Hayes, top of the key. Motions Mishek out. Now Kyle Smith at the top of the key. Kyle Smith will get it back from Gersma, left wing. Nothing there on his drive. Gets it to Mishek. Paint opens up. Hesitates. Oh, it's off the left side. They say a foul on the drive, so Mishek missed it, but they say a foul, and that will send Gavin Mishek to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And in his last game against Fort Dodge on the 19th of December, big night. 21 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. He went 3 of 5 from three-point land, shot it from the floor at 69%. 4 of 7 at the free throw line this year, and he'll make it 5 of 8 as he knocks down the first free throw, and it's 9-5. Marshalltown with the lead on Council Bluffs Jefferson. First meeting in the history between these two teams. Bobcat girls basketball has taken on Jefferson not twice, but 6 times, and 1 of 5 against them. Mishek knocks down both free throws. 10-5 Bobcats as we approach the 4-minute mark in this opening quarter of play. Segovia shutting down a drive by Fuji down to the right block. They kick it out, right wing. Parks drives in, and a foul on the floor. It looks like it is going to be a travel, actually, before that. And it will be a turnover on Jefferson, back to the Bobcats. Gersma running the point over the Cat logo. Feeds it over to Hayes, right wing. Hands off Segovia. Stop. Kicks it back right wing. Kyle Smith inside. Hangs up and scoops and scores on the left side of the iron as he drove down the right side of the paint. A good finish at the rim for Kyle Smith, coming off a night where he had just 2 points against Fort Dodge. Unselfish play, but right there, Kyle Smith continuing his hot start with 8 points here in the opening quarter. It's 12-5 Bobcats. 3:40 first quarter on KFJB-TV.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat burgers. Whether it's pregame or postgame.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
I'm Drake Grisman, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, 12-5 Bobcats, 3:40 to go in the opening quarter of play. Kyle Smith this year has been efficient. The scoring not quite what it was last year, but he's still been a very good player in all facets and get off to a good start here in the opening quarter. That one of his 2 threes. As we take a look at that Tyler Pashong State Farm replay, mtownproud.com. So Kyle Smith with 8 first quarter points here tonight. As we mentioned, just 2 points, but he had 11 rebounds against Fort Dodge. His 80 rebounds on the season, number 1 in Class 4A. So 12-5 our score in the opening quarter, 3:40 to go. Head coach Johnny Johnson in his 5th year leading the Yellow Jackets took the timeout And the Yellow Jackets out of the timeout. Cut baseline, almost throw it away. Left wing, Dion Hill has it. He'll feed it back to the top of the key to Fuji. Fuji thought about pulling up for a three. No dice. Rolls over to Parks. Right wing, drives in, hangs, and it's good for Braxton Parks for two. 12-7. Bobcats still with the lead. Drake Gersma trots over the timeline. Over to Mishek. Now Segovia right wing. Now to Kyle Smith off the screen, top of the key. Nothing there. Gersma has it at the top. A crossover and a drive and a kick out. Wide open for his third. Oh, it skims off the iron. No good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gavin Mishek as we see checking into the game. Jamison Niehaus out of the timeout. The 6'1 junior out for the front half of the season. He had a knee scope, and he is back in the lineup. Averaged 3 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. He started 15 of 20 games a year ago. And a good piece. And right there, Drake Gersma with a block inside. Parks drove along the baseline left side. Comes up with a block, and now he'll bring it across the timeline. And he'll look to swing it to Niehaus, who gets it to Segovia, the freshman. Back to Kyle Smith at the top. Around the perimeter, they come back near side wing. Gersma gets it to Mishek at the top. Now Segovia off the screen, has to fight through, get the basketball, hesitates, drops down to the right block, hangs in it, off the glass for two for the freshman, Damian Segovia, picking up right where he left off in the front half of the schedule, averaging 7 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 3 assists, 82% from the free throw line, and hasn't taken too many bad shots this year in his freshman campaign. Fuji three, and the rainbow is off the back of the iron. It is tipped out of there at the free throw line. Mishek comes away with a rebound for the Bobcats, leading by a touchdown. Oh, good pass by Gersma. A one arm, though, and it sails a little high over the hands of Jamison Niehaus. It'll be a turnover on the Bobcats with 1:47 to go in the opening quarter. As you take a look at Jamison Niehaus, struggled with a little bit of knee issues during the football season and got checked out before basketball season and good to go, as you can see him wearing that brace on that right knee here this afternoon. But good sign to see there and help out with the depth piece for the Bobcats. Top of the key for Garrett Knoll. Over the right wing, he'll swing it over to Robinson, who's had a nice start here today with 5 points and a drive down the right side of the paint. And Jamison Niehaus is welcome back into the lineup with a push and a foul. That'll be his first of the afternoon. And the third team foul on the Bobcats here in the opening frame. Baseline right side for Damari Robinson, who will inbound. Tosses it to the top of the key. Parks tracks it down. Swings right wing. Now Parks will get it back at the top of the key. Swings it to the near side corner. Quick catch and shoot three is no good. Niehaus hauls in the rebound after Leighton McNabb couldn't knock down the three. He's looking for his first point of the season. Of course, Raymond Ware and Junior Gatkuoff out of lineup here today for Council Bluffs Jefferson. Their top scorers. Under a minute to go, the opening frame. 14-7 Bobcats looking for a bucket. Hayes busts through a little bit of contact at the free throw line. Goes to the left side of the hoop. The shot is off the mark, but he is fouled in the process. And 2 more free throws for Jacob Hayes as he pushed the issue on the opening play of the game and drew a couple of free throws. And so he'll head back to the line. And it's going to be number 3 on Damari Robinson here in this opening quarter. 4th team foul. And the first free throw for Jacob Hayes is no good as it rims out right side. Jacob Hayes a year ago, 76% at the free throw line. This year it's 67%. Still a young season, though. 12 of 18 coming into the afternoon. And he'll knock down that free throw. And I'm guessing we must have had a lane violation on the first free throw as Jacob Hayes is awarded another free throw here. So I digress on the comment as he'll rattle in that one, a perfect 4 for 4. So that will help the average for sure. And it's now 16-7 Bobcats with 45 seconds to go in the opening frame. McNabb will try another three. This time from the top of the key, it's no good. Bobcats get the defensive rebound. Jacob Hayes sitting on the right wing, looking at Segovia, who's controlling the point at the top of the key. Bobcats dwindling down the time. There's about a 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Play call being barked out by head coach Mike Apple. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They'll start a drive. Segovia dribbles through pressure, kicks out Niehaus. Thought about the three, does not take it. Mishek, time runs out, and his three was going to be no good anyway. And with 2.9 seconds, shot clock violation of the Bobcats. It'll go back to the Yellow Jackets. Inbound to Parks, half-court shot, and that will be off the mark, and that's how we'll head to the second quarter. It's been all Bobcats early on. 16-7 our count as the Bobcats lead it. Second quarter and a scoreboard update when we come back on KFJB-TV.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. A little bit of a light crowd beginning the new year with hoops and non-conference action. It's all Bobcats. 16-7 at the end of the first quarter. Back on George Funk Court. Bobcats will head momentarily. A light afternoon as a few games tipping off at 2:30 with Gilbert and Ballard here this afternoon. Also later on this evening, South Tama and Independence will match up. And South Tama is just 1-5 on the season. A battle of the Catholics here today. Xavier and Dowling Catholic will do battle at 6 p.m. here tonight. Back inside the Roundhouse, the Yellow Jackets will start the quarter with a basket from the far side quarter. That's going to be a three knocked down by Garrett Knoll. So out of the mid-quarter break, Knoll getting the start here this afternoon will pick up his first bucket of the season. Kyle Smith to answer from the right wing. Three is no good. Rebound by the Yellow Jackets. So clear it out. Coming up the near side is Fuji. Swings it far side corner. Dion Hill has it. Cut off on his drive. And back to Fuji, right wing. They're trying for a give and go. Take it away. Kyle Smith gets it up court to Jacob Hayes in the fast break. A 2-point bucket off the glass for Hayes. And he has 6 on the afternoon, 18-10 Bobcats with a minute gone in the second quarter. Fuji, near side corner. Trying to get rid of the basketball. Quick trigger. McNabb will knock this one down this time. He's tried a couple from the corner and finally gets this one to go. And that will be his first bucket of the season as well for Leighton McNabb. Kyle Smith way out high, swings it over to Gersma, left wing. Bobcats still leading 18-13. Schoenfelder hands off to Segovia, loses the basketball as he drives into the free throw line. Turned over, Dion Hill has it, and he'll have to slow things down as the Bobcats got back well in transition. Three left wing by Garrett Knoll is off the mark. Rebound brought in by Gersma. He'll push it up the floor and now settle it in for the offense. So the Bobcat script on the far side of the floor. Swings it Segovia, top of the key, now to Kyle Smith. Jacob Hayes off the screen. They're looking down to the right block. And now they feed it free throw line to Kyle Smith, who made a nice cut, but the Bobcats couldn't quite get that one timed out, and so they'll have to reset. Right wing to Kyle Smith, dribbles to the top, down the left side of the paint, underhand dish, over to Gersma, hanging out on the right block, and Gersma has his first bucket of the afternoon, 20-13. 5:40 to go, second quarter. Fuji brings it up court for the Yellow Jackets. Underhand pass over to Garrett Knoll. Noel passes to McNabb, far side corner. He's setting up shop, and he rattles in another three. McNabb with 6 points here in the second quarter, and that's what I talked to head coach Mike Apple about in the pregame. Not letting this Council Bluffs Jefferson team get hot from the perimeter. They shoot it 31.5% from three as a team, but a couple of guys in Noel and McNabb making threes, and they have not made a bucket this year. Turnaround jumper inside the paint is no good by Gersma. And a long rebound on the near side brought in by Dion Hill. He'll take it all the way up the court. Swings out. Far side quarter three. This time no good for Garrett Noel. Skims off the iron, and the rebound hauled in by the Bobcats. Outlet to Drake Gersma. Hesitates at the free throw line. Is going to stop. And he was looking to pass it over to the far side, but before that comes a timeout on the floor. 4:40 to go, second quarter. Bobcat timeout, leading 20-16.
Gavin Mishek, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Well, Cedar Rapids Jefferson will be in town. I misspoke there. We'll see Cedar Rapids Jefferson later this month, but Council Bluffs Jefferson is in town here tonight. Late McNabb as well as Garrett Noel making a couple big threes, letting Cedar Rapids Council Bluffs Jefferson. I knew that would be an issue here this afternoon, and unfortunately here in the second quarter it has. But it's Council Bluffs Jefferson inside, commits a foul on the Bobcats out of the timeout. Bobcats taking that on a possession that looked a little bit out of sync, and so head coach Mike Apple in his 8th year opted to take the timeout. Foul comes in on Dion Hill, his first of the afternoon. First team foul in the second quarter. Inbound to Jamison Niehaus. A good cut down to the left block. Hits the deck. Makes the bucket, and the and one to come for Jamison Niehaus. His first bucket of the season after battling a knee injury and getting healthy. And right there, a great play on the inbound as we take a look at the replay. All brought to you by State Farm, Tyler Prashung Agency. So he gets it to go, and the and one to come for Jamison Niehaus, and a timeout's going to be taken before the free throw. So count the bucket, the and one when we come back. 22-16, second quarter, 4:30 to go on KFJB-TV.
Tired of just looking for a job? Find a career you'll love. Marshalltown Community College is enrolling now for spring classes. Your future starts here. We offer hands-on career training leading directly to in-demand jobs, from technical skills to healthcare. Our expert faculty and advisors help you find your path. We have flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs you can complete entirely online. Stop waiting. Invest in your future today. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll now. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
So after the play, I'm not sure if it was after the play or during the play, a technical was issued, and so Jamison Niehaus on the play, a couple of technical foul free throws will be here as we take a look at the replays. Jamison Niehaus went up for it, and just kind of cutting underneath. Dominic Grant picked up the foul there. So the free throw for Niehaus was no good on the foul. And then Jacob Hayes is going to be the shooter at the line for the technical free throw. 2 free throws here. First one is good on the tech, which was after the play. Might have been something that was said, but Jacob Hayes rolls in both free throws. And Jacob Hayes with 8 points on the afternoon. And so with the tech, it will actually give the Bobcats the basketball as well. So 24-16. But a great play by Jamison Niehaus, his first bucket of the 26th portion of the season. Did not play in the front half of the Bobcats schedule with in that knee injury. Gavin Mishek off a screen, top of the key, nothing there. Now Kyle Smith off a screen near side corner, got the feed from Mishek, there was nothing. Bobcats reset with Gersma at the top of the key. Approaching the 4-minute mark to go in the second quarter. A give and go. Down to the right block to Hayes, has his pocket picked by Fuji from behind. There go the Yellow Jackets into the front court with Fuji. Swings it far side corner. A little hesitation move, a kick, and on the drive, it's thrown away. Right to Gersma. They were looking to get it to Garrett Knoll in the near side corner. And a pass up court to Jamison Niehaus on the fast break is off the fingertips of Jamison Niehaus. And it will be a turnover on the Bobcats with 3:45 to go second quarter. Our Schoenfelder's back into the game. He'll replace Jamison Niehaus. Game speeding up for him just a little bit right there. Looked like a pretty good pass on the mark, but trying to get that timing right. Great to see him back in the lineup for the Bobcats. 8-point lead for the Bobcats. Up on the Yellow Jackets. Top of the key, Dominic Grant. Hands off to Fuji. Fuji drives in the paint. Kicks far side corner. Yeah, a little shuffle of the feet by Vincent Starks. A travel and a turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Bobcat basketball with 3:25 second quarter. And a substitution for the Yellow Jackets as Vincent Starks, who just traveled, will check out as Dion Hill will replace him. Drake Gersma controlling the point into the front court. He brings it over to Jacob Hayes. Gets the pass to the right wing. Out of Kyle Smith at the top of the key. Over to Mishek. A lot of perimeter passing here. Trying to find something. Backdoor cut to Mishek. Left block. Got the feed from Kyle Smith. It is good. And Gavin Mishek with 4 points on the afternoon makes it a 10-point lead for the Cats. Braxton Parks with the basketball. Trying to drive into the paint, but had to back it out. Being guarded by Schoenfelder. Now Fuji gets it, drives, and Kyle Smith knocks away the basketball. Feeds up to Mishek on the left wing. Drops it in to Schoenfelder, left block. Back to Kyle Smith, trailing three! Third in the afternoon for Kyle Smith, and he is heating up here today inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. Braxton Parks over the top line to the right wing. And a little bit of pressure, and a carry is going to be called as Jacob Hayes was guarding on him. So Parks turns it over back to the Bobcats. As we take a look at that last three made by Kyle Smith, they just lost him. It was Parks who was guarding him, but a little bit of motion in that offense, and they somehow lost one of the top scorers for the Bobcats. So 29-16 after the three by Kyle Smith. Segovia right wing, feeds to Niehaus. Backdoor cut by Schoenfelder. He lost the basketball, gathers it back in. Reverse it to the near side wing to Jacob Hayes. Free throw line to Segovia. Drops it off to Niehaus. Left block, gets covered up. Hayes wide open near side corner. Boom! Yeah, Jacob Hayes with a big shot. Adding on to his 80, now has 11 on the afternoon. 32-16. Cats all over the Yellow Jackets of Council Bluffs. Fuji, give and go, knocked away. Gersma comes up with a steal. They were looking to go to Dominic Grant. And now Segovia travels. He got tied up. Got going down court too quickly. And on the left block, he tried to stop, but the feet kept going. He was looking to kick it out to somebody. And so a travel and a turnover on the freshman, Segovia. Back to Council Bluffs, Jefferson. Braxton Parks, 5'9" sophomore, running the points. Bounce pass over the left wing to Fuji. Little crossover move, drives against Segovia to left block. The shot is going to come up off the left side of the iron. Jamison Niehaus with the rebound, clears it out to Gersma. He's going to push it over to Segovia, left wide open left wing, but it travels. The three goes. They say a travel as he stepped into it, and it will not go. So 32-16 with 1 minute to go. In the second quarter, it's back to Council Bluffs, Jefferson. And that looked to be a big spot right there for the Bobcats to continue to add on to their lead, but cannot do so. And so Parks with the basketball over the Cat logo at midcourt into the front court. He'll drive to the left wing. Schoenfelder guarding on him. Gives it over to Leighton McNabb. Knocked down a couple big threes here tonight. Feeds over to Dominique Grant, who drives down to the right block. Feeds back to McNabb. A little hook shot from the extended on the right block is no good, and the Bobcats get the rebound. 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here, so the Bobcats try to hold on here and give Jefferson little time remaining for their final shot. Segovia has the ball knocked away. Niehaus gathers it back. And the Bobcat offense will reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Find Hayes, far side corner, skims off the arc for the three, but an offensive rebound. Tough play by Schoenfelder. Finds Segovia on the far side. Now back to Gersma, left wing. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, straight on three. Oh! It goes for Gersma with 5 points in the first half. And the Cats close out the first half with a big three from straight on by Drake Gersma and extend the lead 35-16. It's been all Cats here this afternoon. And Kyle Smith as well as Jacob Hayes, the seniors, leading the Cats to the break with a big lead here on George Funk Court on KFJB-TV.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Well, the Marshalltown Bobcat boys basketball team 5-2 heading into the new year, looking to get their 6th victory and currently lead 35-16 at the break. And it's been production from all over the place, including Drake Gersma to close out the first half with a huge three from straight on. He has 5 at the break for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Bobcats led after the first quarter 16-7 and then outscored Council Bluffs Jefferson 19-9 in the second quarter to extend their lead. As unselfish play here this afternoon, good ball movement, and this play setting up Kyle Smith. That was just one of his 3 threes knocked down in the front half. Coming up, we will get you a Central State Bank scoreboard update and your first half stat line when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening to News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Central State Bank, locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Eye Care Associates of Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo. Hy-Vee of Marshalltown. It pays to perk with Hy-Vee Perks. And Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Time to get a scoreboard update, all powered by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you, as they have locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. Well, this afternoon, a few games getting underway in the new year. Right now, Gilbert leads Ballard 10-7 with a minute left in the first quarter. And other action going around the state here this afternoon and also evening in Class 4A. Sioux City East is taking on Omaha Scott Catholic. As that one tipped off a short time ago, we did not have a score update on that one. Glenwood is at Lewis Central. Also a battle of the Catholics today. Xavier taking on Dowling Catholic. That one is tonight at 6. Also Southeast Polk is traveling to Urbandale tonight as Southeast Polk Bobcats saw them a couple weeks ago. They stand at a mark of 5-3 heading into their matchup against 3-2 Urbandale. Big battle in the Des Moines Metro tonight. Boy, it's hard to see Valley after a year that they had last year getting to the state tournament, but they are 0-7 so far this year. They take on a usually very good Johnston team, but they're only at a mark of 1-5 on the season. Waukee is 5-2. They travel to take on Ankeny Centennial tonight at 7:45. Ankeny Centennial at a mark of just 1-4 this year. That is a Central State Bank scoreboard update. When we come back, final stat line from the first half and the second half right around the corner right here on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Time to take a look at the stat line from the first half as the Bobcats leading 35-16 at the break. Leading scorer for the Bobcats, two guys tied at 11 there in that first half of action. Kyle Smith with 11 points with 3 made threes. Jacob Hayes with 11 at the break. He made a 3 and also went a very solid 6 of 6 at the free throw line, including this layup and a nice feed from his teammate Kyle Smith. 5 points for Drake Gersma. Of course, he had that big 3 right before halftime. Gavin Mishek with 4, and Jamison Niehaus finishing the first half with 4 points as well. Just 1 point. Just 1 bucket, that is. He has 2 points at the break. Damian Segovia with the other bucket here this afternoon. So 35-16 is where we stand at the break for the Yellow Jackets of Council Bluffs Jefferson. Their leading scorer at the break coming off the bench here this afternoon. Leighton McNabb has 6. He had 2 threes there in the second. 5 for Damari Robinson, had all of those points in the first quarter. Second half when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and on KFJB-TV.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber, meetinmarshalltown.com, Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction, and the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead.
Marshalltown boys basketball team leading 35-16, tipping off the new year with a non-conference game against the Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets. First all-time meeting between these two teams. Bobcats looking for a good match here today, but Raymond Ware and Junior Gatkuoth out of the lineup. Two starters, Gatkuoth averaging 20 points per game, Raymond Ware with 15 points per game, both not playing today for the Yellow Jackets. One of the storylines here today for the Yellow Jackets. So Bobcats are looking to get kind of warmed up heading into their biggest week of the year, of the season, next week. They will host Waterloo East coming up on Tuesday night, and then a big test next Thursday night on the road in the Highway 30 rivalry against the Ames Little Cyclones. So looking to start off the second half of the season right here this afternoon and get themselves prepared for a big week next week in Iowa Alliance Conference play. Bobcats with the basketball to start the second half. They'll go inside to Schoenfelder. Kick out left wing to Kyle Smith. Spin it around. Free throw line. Fadeaway jumper. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Defensive rebound brought in by Damari Robinson, who has 3 fouls here this afternoon. Drives against Kyle Smith. Puts one off the glass for 2. And Damari Robinson shut out there in the second quarter due to those 3 fouls. Has entered back in the lineup and immediately makes an impact for Council Bluffs Jefferson. A kick out, Kyle Smith wide open far side corner. Boom, he knocks it down. Pick it up right where he left off in the first half. He has 14 points on the afternoon, and it's a 20-point lead, 38-18. And some of the lights have went off here in the roundhouse behind us in the stands. And now Jacob Hayes just picks off a pass. They were trying to go inside, nobody home. Clear out to Gersma. He lost the basketball, goes behind his back. And right there at the right wing, Segovia gathered it in. Misses a bunny from inside. They'll clear it out near side corner. Now back to the top of the key. Around the perimeter they go to Schoenfelder. Now Segovia left wing. Over to Kyle Smith off his screen. 3! Rattles it home! He has 14 just like Jacob Hayes. And his 4th 3 of the night. 41-18 Cats. Parks over the timeline. Comes to the left wing to Fuji. Pass off the mark over to Garrett Knoll on the right wing, but he is able to get there in time to gather it in. Dominique Grant feeds near side to Fuji, drives baseline, loose the basketball, gathers it back, kicks it far side corner. They get it out to the right wing, a drive in, and hanging on the right side of the yard, it drops off. Damari Robinson couldn't get that shot to go. Here come the Cats in transition. Kyle Smith feeds over to Gersma, hesitates down the left side of the paint, a wide open feed to Jacob Hayes, lights it up again. His 3rd 3 of the night. 44-18, and the Cats on fire here this afternoon. And a timeout taken by Yellow Jackets head coach Donnie Johnson. 44-18, third quarter, all Cats on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
I'm Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, that guy right there, Jacob Hayes, part of a 9-0 run for the Bobcats out of the break at halftime. Jacob Hayes with 2 threes, Kyle Smith with a 3 of his own from straight on, and both have rattled home for the Cats as they now lead at 44-18, third quarter with 5:42 to go. Head coach Johnny Johnson in his 5th year leading the Yellow Jackets took that timeout. They're just 1-4 in their last 5 games coming into this contest here this afternoon. Parks will pick it up in the backcourt off the inbound play. Top of the key to Grant. Swings it to Fuji near side. Near side corner, they come to Garrett Knoll. Drives baseline, kicks out to Parks over to the far side corner. Back to the top to Fuji. Now they come back near side to Knoll. 3 is no good. Hayes snags in the rebound and outlets it to Gersma. And he'll look at head coach Mike Apple for the play call as he'll swing it left wing to Kyle Smith. Oh, why not? And it's off the left iron. Left side of the iron for Kyle Smith. The 3 was no good. Little give and go down to left block. And a cutting Gersma down the heart of the paint. Kyle Smith finds him. Passing kind of behind his back. And a great cut by Gersma, who has 7 this afternoon. 46-18. Under 5 to go, third quarter. Well, the first all-time meeting between these two teams looking like it's going to go to the Bobcats. The big lead here in the second half. Free throw line to Grant. Left wing gets the feed. 3 pops in and out. No good for Braxton Parks. And the rebound goes for the Cats. Segovia gets the feed. Drives baseline. Puts it off the glass. No good. But Kyle Smith with a rebound. Put back twice is no good. Schoenfelder saves it from out of bounds. But throws it off of Fuji, who comes up with the basketball. And now getting in the way of the passing lane for Fuji as Gersma knocks it out of bounds by the student section. How about this? Kyle Smith, oh yeah, just finding Gersma for the assist down the heart of the paint. And a great cut and situational awareness by Drake Gersma, the junior point guard. Talon Halstead getting off the bench for the Bobcats to check in the next dead ball. McNabb swings over to the right wing. Now to Parks at the top of the key. He'll get it back. Swings it left wing to Knoll. Down to the corner. Robinson drives. Hangs in midair. He gets the floater to go from the left block. And he hits the deck. Count the bucket. It is good. And an and one coming for Damari Robinson, who is leading Council Bluffs Jefferson in scoring here this afternoon. He has 9 points and the and one to come. He was fouled by Gavin Mishek. That is his first foul of the afternoon. Jacob Hayes is replaced by Talon Halstead in the lineup. And the free throw is good. Well, Damari Robinson, usual starter, playing with 3 fouls here this afternoon, which kind of shut out in that second quarter with those fouls as Bobcats trying to pass into Talon Halstead. It's knocked out of bounds. But Robinson with 10 points. He's gone 3 of 3 at the free throw stripe. Council Bluffs Jefferson to lead them. Baseline right side. Kyle Smith inbounds. Right wing to Drake Gersma. Now off a screen for Kyle Smith. Hesitates, drives, kicks out to Gersma on the right wing. Now he drives right side. Finishes off the glass. A beautiful move to hang on the right side as it goes. 48-21. 3.5 minutes to go on George Funk Court inside the Roundhouse. Bobcats all over the Yellow Jackets. Parks top of the key, guarded by Kyle Smith. Turnaround jumper as he gets inside. Smith enough in the way as Gersma stacks the rebound. He'll push it up all the way to the right wing. Stops, kicks it back to Kyle Smith. Trailing. Oh, he's on fire. Kyle Smith with a big afternoon from long distance as he knocks down his 5th 3 of the afternoon. He's got 6 here in the third quarter. And on the evening, he has 17 points to lead the Bobcats up 51-21. In the paint, Parks drives, kicks out near side corner. Dion Hill can't save it. Out of bounds, turnover, back to the Bobcats. And here we look at that last 3 by Kyle Smith. Bullseye right there from the right wing. Kyle Smith is going to hit the bench as Jamison Niehaus is back into the contest. Gersma still running the point. Guarded by Fuji as he picks him up in the backcourt. Now they drop it off to Mishek. Quick catch and shoot on the left block as he got the feed from Niehaus. And Mishek with 6 points on the afternoon, 53-21. Also Bluffs Jefferson back in the front court as Fuji, left block extended. Kicks over right wing three, wide open is Robinson, and he continues to find some production as Damari Robinson, 8 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game coming into this contest here this afternoon. And having to pick up the slack with the starters in Ware and Gatkuoth out of the lineup. Backdoor caught, Mishek burns him again. He has 8. Mishek cut from the right wing down to the left block, and Talon Halstead this time finds him for the bucket, 55-24. Minute 50 to go, third quarter. A three for Robinson again. Boy, he is clutch when they need a bucket. He knocks down a three from the far side corner. Loves that spot on the far side, 55-27. He has 16 here this afternoon. Segovia cuts down the right side of the paint. It's no good, but Talon Halstead from the left wing flies in for the rebound. And the ball rattling around on the floor. Segovia gets it back, and a timeout call for the Bobcats. They'll have the basketball when we come back. Up big, 55-27 on KFJB-TV.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Kyle Smith right there as you see, bringing us back from a timeout. 6 points here in the third quarter. He's made 5 threes here this afternoon as he leads the Bobcats in scoring with 17 points. Currently on the bench out of the timeout by the Bobcats as they scramble for the loose ball and gathered it back in. Niehaus, free throw line, lose the basketball, has it ripped away. And now Schoenfelder comes up with a steal, gets it right back, feeds it down to Niehaus, right block. Jumper off the glass is good for Niehaus. 4 points for Jamison Niehaus in his return as he has not played through the first 7 games. Right wing catch and shoot by McNabb is no good. Or excuse me, that was Garrett Knoll. Niehaus will bring it up court. Over the timeline into the front court. Swings over to Mishek, right wing. He dribbles to the top of the key, now to Segovia. Now to 42 seconds to go, third quarter. Mishek, right wing, over to Talon Halstead at the top. Big man will give it to Segovia, left wing. Now to Mishek, off the screen, fakes a three, drives, floats one up in the paint, it's no good. As the left-hander not able to get that one to go. And the clear out to Damari Robinson, and his pass knocked away. How about Gavin Mishek hustling back right there? Missed the shot, but knocks away a pass from Damari Robinson, who was looking to a wide-open Dion Hill on the left block. And so it'll save an easy bucket. It will still remain with the Yellow Jackets. But a good defensive hustle play right there. Baseline left side, Dion Hill will inbound. Looks to the near side corner. A three for McNabb is blocked, but gets the basketball back, tries another shot. It's no good as Talon Halstead hauls in the rebound. Bobcats on a quick, fast break up to Mishek off the glass for 2 on the right side. 6 points here in the third quarter for Gavin Mishek. He has 10 on the afternoon. Shot at the buzzer, fading away. McNabb from a long 2 on the right wing is no good. And we close out the third quarter with the Cats extending their lead, 59-27. Final 8 minutes when we come back on KFJB-TV.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at VanWyckWoodBuilders.com.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available. Scoreboard update on KFJB, all brought to you by Central State Bank, and our only game in action right now. Ballard is currently leading Gilbert 32-25 with 2 minutes to go before halftime. Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats 59-27. Council Bluffs Jefferson has the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. A 3 from straight on is no good. As that one tried by Garrett Knoll, couldn't get it to go. Gersma with the outlet, brings it up the court, gets it to Kyle Smith, now tosses it up to the top of the key to Segovia. Back to Gersma, left wing. Now to Kyle Smith at the top. Finds a little bit of room. Right high post. Jumper is good for Kyle Smith. 19 on the afternoon. 61-27 Cats. Yellow Jackets into the front court with Fuji. Hesitates against Segovia. Drives, kicks back to the top to Parks. Now to McNabb, far side corner. Gives it back to Parks. Now swings it top of the key to Robinson. Drives. Shot is blocked, but a foul is going to be called on the drive down the left side of the paint as he'll hit the deck, as well as Lars Schoenfelder, who hit the deck on the play, and that's who will pick up the foul. Second one of the game for Lars Schoenfelder. And this will send Damari Robinson to the line for 2. Three of 3 at the line this afternoon for Robinson. First is on the way, and it is good. Damari Robinson stepping into a bigger role in that starting lineup here this afternoon. He has 17. And the 5'11 senior, second free throw on the way. This one is good as well. He's definitely been their most productive starter here today with all 5 made free throws. Bobcats in transition, feed it up to Gavin Mishak, who drives down to the right block, and a travel is going to be called as he put one up off the backboard. No good, and it wouldn't have counted anyway with the travel. So 61-29 back to Council Bluffs Jefferson. Parks, skip pass over to the left wing to Knoll. Backs it out top of the key. Dion Hill. Now a long 3 is going to come up way short, but a rebound underneath the hoop by Damari Robinson. His putback is good, and he has 20 on the night. 30-point contest here in the fourth quarter. 61-31. Gavin Mishak, left wing. Back to Segovia at the top. Now Gersma cutting off a screen, catches it right wing. Finds a cutting Mishak down to the right block, and he is bumped immediately as Damari Robinson collapsed on him as Braxton Parks was also guarding on Gavin Mishak. As the foul will come on the man who was fronting him up initially, Braxton Parks, his second foul of the afternoon. First team foul of the fourth quarter. So baseline right side for Segovia. 6:16 to go. And an offensive charge is going to be called on the inbound play. Drake Gersma on the inbound play went up, caught the basketball, and in that motion, I believe they're saying that charge happened. So that'll be his second of the afternoon. First team foul here in the fourth quarter. Catch and shoot 3 from the near side corner. It is no good. Gersma saves it from going out of bounds, and Council Bluffs Jefferson comes back with it as Braxton Parks gathered the basketball back inside the paint, went up for a bucket. It is no good. Fouled on his way up. And Talon Halstead will pick up the foul, his first of the afternoon. So 2 free throws coming for Braxton Parks, a 33% free throw shooter on the season. And the
First one will rattle in and out as it hit the backboard first. No good for Braxton Parks. There's 2 points on the afternoon for Parks. And the second one is strong as well as Jacob Hayes is checked back into the contest. He comes away with the rebound. Gives it up to Gersma, and he is fouled on his way up the floor, right at the midcourt stripe. Parks with a push, and that will be his third foul of the afternoon. Second team foul on Council Bluffs Jefferson. Mishek is going to check back into the game. He'll replace Drake Gersma. And a timeout on the floor taken by head coach Johnny Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. We'll take him with him. Cats by 30 with 5:48 to go, fourth quarter.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Back inside the roundhouse, out of the timeout. Bobcat basketball leading by 30 points. Bobcats find it wide open. Jacob Hayes down to the right block. Kicks it to Talon Halstead. Loses the basketball out of bounds. On the baseline, it's a turnover on the Bobcats. Back to the Yellow Jackets with 5:38 to go, fourth quarter. Damari Robinson will get the inbound pass. Feeds it back to Braxton Park. Parks will feed it back to Damari Robinson. Around the perimeter, they'll go to the far side wing to Dion Hill. Now to Parks, far side corner, spin move inside. Oh, a beautiful play as he was able to work his way in there and score the bucket for two. As that will be the second bucket of the afternoon for Parks. Bobcats get it over the timeline with just about 5 minutes to go in this one. Jacob Hayes with a nice cut down to the right block, puts it off the glass quickly. Hayes with a beautiful play. And a good cut. He's done that so well all season long for the Bobcats. Schoenfelder almost forcing a turnover. Damari Robinson gathers the basketball back. Drives down to the right block. He's bumped on the way. I believe that's going to be on Schoenfelder, his third of the afternoon. So baseline right side. Damari Robinson will inbound momentarily as we see Leighton McNabb checking back into the contest. He'll replace Dion Hill. Couple of new faces getting ready to check in for the Bobcats as well momentarily. Inbound to Parks. Gets it over to Robinson at the free throw line. Ishak tips away a pass back to Parks away, but he gathers it back. Little give and go. Turn around inside Grant. Count the bucket and a foul to come on the Bobcats here. So Dominic Grant with his first made bucket of the afternoon. It was a nice give and go inside. And Talon Halstead will pick up his second foul right there with 4.5 minutes to go inside the roundhouse. And into the game, Garrett Tatey will enter, the 6'1" sophomore. And one is good by Dominic Grant. 3 points on the afternoon for him. Bobcats facing a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. They'll break it, but Mishek sails one way over the head of Garrett Tatey, and it will be a turnover on the Bobcats with 4:27 to go. And Coach Mike Apple barking out, relax. Some of the reserves in there. Robinson, free throw line jumper, and it's off the mark, and a ball swatted out of there by Grant, and Parks came up with the basketball. I believe, was that a travel? It was. A travel ruled on Parks, and so back to the Bobcats with 4:12 and counting. Segovia in the backcourt, a little bit of pressure, dribbles through it, Gets it to Mishek. Now to a wide-open Talon Halstead, who was not looking to score. And he opts to pass it to Tatey, who clears it out to Segovia. Now they feed into Schoenfelder on the right block. He kicks it out. Mishek, 3, near side. Oh, it skimmed the backboard, and it goes in for Mishek. 13 on the evening for Mishek. 3 in transition, and Schoenfelder's going to pick up his 4th foul, as this will be 3 free throws for Damari Robinson. Took a quick 3 from the right wing, and Schoenfelder with the foul committed will send Robinson, who's been very good at the line tonight, perfect 5 of 5, and he'll have 3 free throws here. And the first one is good. Dominic Robinson, as we see Mishek skimming that 3 off the glass, gets it to go. Damari Robinson came in at 60% on the season, which is not shabby. You'll take that. But he has not missed here today. He is a perfect 7 of 7 at the free throw stripe. So maybe working on that during the Christmas break. And he now is 8 of 8. He makes all 3. 66-39. 3:42 to go in the basketball game. Inbound to Segovia. Double team into the backcourt. Gets it to Schoenfelder. Knocked away by Robinson, and it will be Bobcat basketball. Hunter Fours and his mustache have checked into the game for the Cats. Mishek gets the inbound. Tries to scoop that one over the midcourt stripe. It's knocked away. He was looking for Hunter Fours.
Pressing down by 27 is certainly a choice.
Council Bluffs Jefferson all over that hook pass. Bobcats will throw it into the backcourt on the inbound play to Segovia. Into the front court, he'll bring it. Segovia has it knocked away. Talon Halstead will come way out to gather it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mishek, right wing, running out of time. Drives in, jumper good. Oh, what a beautiful shot from 12 foot out on the right side. And Mishek with 15 points, 68-39. 3 in transition, skims off the iron, no good. Talon Halstead with the rebound for the Cats, and he'll throw it away. He was looking for Garrett Tatey, but the pass off the mark as it goes over by head coach Donnie Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. Inbound to Fuji. He'll take a 3 from straight on off the inbound play. It's over the backboard and out of bounds. Back to the Cats with 2:47 to go. Inbound to get Mishek in the backcourt. Hunter Fours will throw it away. He's looking for Segovia. Yellow Jackets with the steal. Free throw line. Fuji kicks it near side corner. Caleb Tripp has checked in for the first time. No good on his 3. Hunter Fours with the rebound. Up to Mishek. And back to Hunter Fours right wing. Gets it back to Segovia as the Bobcats will work the clock here. Talon Halstead looking inside to Tatey. Kicks it out. Segovia with a good look, and the 3 is off the left side of the iron. No good, and a foul by Mishek. Going for the rebound. Ran into Damari Robinson. And with 5 team fouls, that'll be free throws coming for Damari Robinson. Mishek with his 2nd foul. And Damari Robinson will just continue to add on to his 23.9. Clock stopped at 2:08 remaining in the 4th quarter. 68-39. Bobcats with the lead. Couple of dribbles for Robinson. Spins the ball around, and the first free throw's up. And he can't miss from the stripe. 24 points. A perfect 9 of 9 at the stripe. Robinson takes those couple of dribbles, spins it around again, looks around, and the free throw, no. It gets the friendly roll, hit off the iron a couple times, and it goes for Robinson, who will check out with 25 points on the night, and he goes a perfect 10 of 10 at the free throw line. And on the inbound play, the Bobcats looking to get it inbound and fouled on the play. Vincent Starks will pick up the foul as he was guarding on Segovia. He just tripped him up. Third team foul on Council Bluffs Jefferson. Segovia will get the inbound from Hunter Forbes. Gets it up to Tatey. Drives all the way down the left block. Turns around. He'll pass it to Hunter Forbes at the top. Over to Mishek, right wing. Back to Segovia at the top of the key. Tyler Dorothy is checked in. Hunter Forbes down the paint, and he finishes strong at the rack. It's no good. Rebound brought in by Dominic Grant. Outlet up to Starks. Stops at the right wing. Tatey all up in his grill. Out to the right wing to Grant. Kicks it near side wing. A drive in. Dion Hill shut down. Back to Grant. Grant drives to the right block. Loses the basketball. Gathers it back. Wide open feed to Tripp. Far side corner. It's good. And that is he has made a bucket this year, but big three right there for Tripp and his stats on the season. And a foul in the front court. And we'll take a quick timeout with a substitution. 68-44, 105 to go.
Anytime is a great time to treat yourself at Dairy Queen. From legendary blizzards and cakes to juicy burgers and crispy fries. Whatever you're craving, we've got you covered. Both Marshalltown locations have all your lunch and dinner favorites to keep you smiling and coming back for more. Right now, try the sauced and tossed sweet chili chicken strip basket, frosted sugar cookie blizzard, or the holiday nog shake. Don't wait. Swing by either Marshalltown location or get Dairy Queen delivered today.
I'm Jamison Niehaus. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Aiden Holmgren, Oliver Young have checked into the basketball game as Council Bluffs Jefferson not able to get a shot going. Garrett Tatey takes a three from the right wing. A nice offensive rebound by Holmgren. Now Tyler Dorothy, near side corner three is way off the mark as Oliver Young gets the offensive rebound. Cats will hit the deck and a tie-up and a travel. Tatey gathered the basketball in but rolled around with it. And it's a turnover with 16 seconds to go, with the Bobcats leading 68-44. As things have tightened up a little bit here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats did have a 30-point lead in the third, but with some of the reserves in, Council Bluffs Jefferson has been able to work their way back into this one a little bit. A drive inside from the right wing is going to come up short, but a travel violation is called on Vincent Starks, and so last 5 seconds of the game will remain for the Bobcats. And time will run out as dribbling it out is Oliver Young, and that will do it. 68-44 the final score as the Bobcats go to 6-2 on the season with a big date against the Waterloo East Trojans coming up on Tuesday night. Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets drop to 1-7 on the year. They'll take on Des Moines Lincoln. They'll take on the Rail Splitters Monday night at home. Well, the Bobcats get their first win of 2026 at home against the Yellow Jackets. Kyle Smith with a big night to help lead the Bobcats and get themselves on the win cam here tonight. Coming up, it is the Locker Room Reports when we come back on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat Burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat Burgers. Whether it's pregame or postgame.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Looking for a financial partner that puts you first? At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're part of your team. From low-interest loans and great savings rates to personalized service you can trust, we're here to help you reach your goals. Join the credit union that understands what matters most, because we're built by employees for employees. Stop by Lennox Employees Credit Union today at 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, or visit lennoxecu.com to get started. Lennox Employees Credit Union, where your success is our mission. Member NCUA.
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
68-44 the final score as the Marshalltown Bobcats win here this afternoon against Council Bluffs Jefferson. Bobcats now 6-2 on the season, heading into a big week in the Iowa Alliance. Next week they take on Waterloo East at home on Tuesday night and then travel to Ames for the Highway 30 rivalry on Thursday night. And Gavin Mishek skimming a 3 off the back of the glass and around to 15 points here tonight for the Bobcats. 19 for Kyle Smith as he made 5 threes. And Jacob Hayes with a big night as well. He finished with 3 threes and 19 points as well to help lead the Bobcats. 4 points for Jamison Niehaus in his return to the lineup. 9 points for Drake Gersma and 2 for Damian Segovia to lead the Bobcats. It was really a one-man show for the Yellow Jackets. They were without their 2 big starters, Raymond Ware and Junior Gathkuoth, who averaged 15 and 20 respectively. And so Damari Robinson really had to step up here this afternoon, and he did a really good job at that. He goes 10 of 10 from the free throw line to finish with 25 points for the Yellow Jackets to lead them in scoring. Off the bench, Leighton McNabb had a couple of threes there in the second quarter to finish with 6, and Braxton Parks finishes the afternoon with 4. Bobcats came in with the 3rd best defense in Class 4A, averaging 40.4 points per game given up. They gave up 44 here this afternoon, so that'll go up just a tick, but definitely had a pretty good afternoon on the defensive end of things, shutting down the Yellow Jackets from Council Bluffs Jefferson. Again, the Bobcats will be back at action Tuesday night. We'll have bonus coverage of the girls starting at 7, and then the boys game to tip off right around 7:45. And a battle of 2 teams from the Iowa Alliance Conference as the Bobcats head in a perfect 2-0 in conference play with wins against Fort Dodge and Mason City. We'll continue with the Locker Room Report when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Ready for a 4-year degree, but not ready for the cost? Start smart at Marshalltown Community College. Get the first half of your 4-year education in just 2 years and save thousands. Our flexible programs allow you to seamlessly transfer to a university as a junior. You get a high-quality education with smaller class sizes and the faculty attention you deserve. It's a smart start to your bachelor's degree. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll today. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Sandvik Enterprises of Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks. Members First Community Credit Union. Financially empowering Central Iowa. And Sports Plus. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse and George Funk Court. You're locked into the Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors, now joined by head coach Mike Apple. Coach, your team goes to 6-2 with a 68-44 victory inside the Roundhouse here tonight. Kyle Smith with 5 made threes. Jacob Hayes had 3. Gavin Mishek even found a little bit of luck off the glass there in the second half. Boy, the production, but also the distribution of production on the offensive end. Boy, it really seemed like there was not a 2-week layoff coming out shooting here on your home floor here this afternoon. What'd you make of the offensive side?
Yeah, I thought we shared the ball well and were able to make shots, and that was largely because of the shot selection we took. We were able to move the ball around and take really good shots, so that was good to see. We made a stretch there, that third quarter at the beginning there, where we were playing some really good basketball and taking some good shots and making them.
Jamison Niehaus had that knee scope in the front half of the season, so he was out. He finishes with 4 points this afternoon, made a couple of nice plays. You could see there was a couple of plays in there where, the game speed, he was trying to catch up to that. What did you make of his performance, and how nice was it to have his production back out there?
He was good. I mean, it's going to take some time. It's hard to jump right back into it and be perfect. It's just going to take a little bit of time for him to get used to playing again and up to speed and back into game shape. And the more reps he gets and the continuing to work in practice, he'll be better and better, and as the season goes on.
And on the defensive side, you hold the team to, again, under 45 points. Your team has been right up there in the top 5 in the defensive performance. I mean, that's the one thing that you can always count on, right? It's not the offensive production. It's going out there and doing the dirty work on the defensive end. Was there something you really liked about how your team performed on the defensive side of things?
For the most part, we were pretty consistent with how hard we played. I mean, there was a few stretches there. We didn't do a good job on 14. I mean, that's the one area that really we struggled with. He got it going and had over half their points. So, you limit to him to his average, and they're going to really, really struggle to score it. And so we just got to be a little better job of that, taking pride on stopping guys and not letting them, score 25, 26 points like that.
Yeah, over the winter break, obviously you've got 2 weeks off. I know you've had some scrimmages and stuff like that, but, what's it say about your team to come out and perform like this coming out of that layoff?
They want to do it. They've had some great practice here. They're consistent in how hard we have to go each day. So, it's not a huge surprise to our coaching staff that they, play as hard as we do, just because we see it on a regular basis.
You stand at 6-2 heading into next week, but next week might be your toughest week so far of the schedule. Waterloo East, you host them on Tuesday night. Ames on the road on Thursday night. What are you looking at of your team to get ready for that big week next week?
Well, we got to be able to handle pressure and physicality. That's what Waterloo East is going to do. I mean, they're going to be in our shorts and getting after us, and we have to be able to handle the ball and execute and get into our offense and then defend at a high rate and continue to guard the drive and block out and control some of those things we've been pretty good at to start the season here.
Well, a good way to start off the new year. Congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
Bobcats get the first ever win against Council Bluffs Jefferson in the first all-time meeting with that 68-44 victory. We'll wrap up the Locker Room Report when we come back right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
At Opa Grill in Marshalltown, every meal is a reason to celebrate. Opa means celebrate, and that's exactly what you'll do with every bite. From Greek gyros and lasagna to Italian pastas, juicy burgers, hand-breaded tenderloins, and vegetarian options. There's something for everyone. Enjoy homemade soups, fresh salads, and tremendous desserts you won't forget. Opa Grill, where flavors come together and celebrations begin. Open 11 to 8 Monday through Friday and 11 to 3 Saturday. Opa Grill, come celebrate great food.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Transportation for today's game, all provided by Carl Auto Group of Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. Our final scoreboard update of the afternoon, all brought to you by Central State Bank, with locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Well, light afternoon with this one getting going at 2:30. Halftime, last update we had for you, Ballard was leading Gilbert 35-28. But, some big games going on around the state tonight, as Valley and Johnston will tip off later, as well as Dowling Catholic and Ankeny in girls basketball around the state as well. So some big games there, but that will do it for our scoreboard update, all brought to you again by Central State Bank. We'll wrap things up inside the Roundhouse next. 68-44, Bobcats win it on the boys' side of things here this afternoon on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by State Farm, Tyler Pichong Agency, mtownproud.com, Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. Van Wyck Wood Builders, storage sheds, garages, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you pursue your financial goals.
68-44, the final score is the Bobcats down the Council Bluffs Yellow Jackets here this afternoon, as the Bobcats go to 6-2 on the season
with the victory, and they head into their next contest in Iowa Alliance Conference play. We'll talk about that in a moment, but right now, time for our Athletes of the Week, all presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown, Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa, and also powered by Adlin Engraving and Screen Print in Marshalltown. Well, our Athletes of the Week to close out the front half of the season, it was Georgia Jansen. And she put together a strong week and has been putting together a strong campaign. They'll tip off the second portion of the season coming up on Tuesday night. But in the last week of the season in December, she totaled 18 points, 13 rebounds, 5 steals, finished the week 6 of 8 at the free throw line between their 2 contests that week. As the Bobcat ladies 7-1 heading into the second half of the season here in 2026. Our male athlete of the week, well, Gavin Mishek, he had a nice afternoon here today. 15 points to follow up a 21-point performance as he made his first official varsity start against Fort Dodge on December 19th. And Bobcats won that game by 20 as they were able to defeat Fort Dodge 53-33 at 21 points and a big night. And here this afternoon, he finishes with a made 3 in those 15 points to go along with that. So congrats to Gavin Mishek, our Athletes of the Week, as each receive a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown, as well as a custom T-shirts for our Athlete of the Week and a custom Athlete of the Week tumbler from Adlin Engraving and Screen Print here as well. Well, that'll wrap things up here this afternoon inside the Roundhouse. Again, the Bobcat boys win it 68-44. The final score, as they'll be in action Tuesday night with a big conference week. On Tuesday, they'll host Waterloo East Trojans at 7 o'clock. Our coverage will start with bonus coverage of the girls' game, Bobcat Live, a special Wednesday edition from 6 to 7 p.m. at Wayward Social inside Rosie's. And then Thursday night, it is the Highway 30 rivalry. Marshalltown travels to Ames. At 6 p.m., our coverage will start with the girls-boys doubleheader. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew this afternoon. Our radio producer, Jeff Brooks. Our on-site producer, David Braga, Elijah Bond, and Keith Stewart on camera coverage. And I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for watching Bobcat basketball. Again, they win at 68-44 as they take down Council Bluffs Jefferson in the first all-time meeting between both teams. You've been watching and listening to News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adlin Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders,